we always have lecture for the first 2 days. Just probably you can just prepare yourself more. You can start lecturing from maybe Tuesday. We'll tell you this class if it's going on Monday. Um, Now we started with measuration on Monday, and I will touch something like about rectangle, and we told that the area of a rectangle is what the
Length
length
and
times.
breadth.
Right, thank you. Perimeter is what you
Two
bracket
Two
open
lengths
bracket. Length
plus two
is breadth.
breadth.
two. Now, I will solve. I will give example in the class. Yes, and today we'll just try and visit our past question to see some questions that are related to it. All right. Now we can open our past question for some of us that have the life will show me past question. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Something like this. Just go to page 14. Question. Okay. Page 14, question 4. Yeah. I think you're not sure. Page 14, question 4. Now let me call the question for some of us that doesn't have the past question. Okay, it said length and the width of a rectangle are in the ratio 5 ratio 3. If the perimeter of the rectangle is 8 80 centimeter, find the width. You get? Now when you see question like this, just put it down. For the rectangle, what the length is what is 5. The breadth is what is 3. Now when they say 5 ratio 3, it means that this is in 5 parts, this is in 3 parts. 5 parts, 3 parts. We were taught ratio last week Friday. I was in the studio. Get when you say something is ratio 1, 3, 4, it means that one is in 1 part, another one is in ratio 3 parts, another one is ratio 4 parts, and that's why your teacher said you can add the total ratio, which means that the total ratio for this is going to be 8, but we don't need that in this class. What we just need to say, okay, represent the part with X. You get now. Then I said the perimeter in the question. They said if the perimeter of the rectangle is 80 centimeter, which means that your perimeter, which is 80, is 2 bracket what? Your length 5x plus what? 3x. Do you get that? Which is your length plus, don't forget, area for perimeter is what? 2 bracket L plus B. You've been given the perimeter, which is 80 centimeter. Leave the centimeter. 80 equals to what? 2, this 2 bracket 5x, which is your length, plus 3x. This question is from last year post UTME. All these questions are live questions. That's why you have to learn how to practice more. You can by next week now we'll be visiting past question from Ife. We'll be visiting past question from UI. From any school, they can set from anywhere. Don't restrict yourself to only Unilag. Now we can simplify this. Your ATE equals what? 5x plus 3x is what? Is 8x. Now, if you open the bracket, your 80 is what? 16 what? X. What is your X? X is what? 80 over what? 16. What is 80 over 16? 8 goes here is what? Hmm? This is 10. This is what?
5.
Well, your X is 5. If your X is 5, what will now be there has to look for the width. Your B is going to be what? 3 times what? Times 5, which is 15. Am I right? Am I right? Any question?
No, sir.
The answer is 15. That is C. You see, let me quickly explain. You get? Because you can solve this in another method, but it will take time. Since you understand ratio, thank God, because I purposely designed this lab. There's no permanent syllabus for post UTME. But from the past question, I already designed syllabus for your tutors. Because I told them, okay, teach simultaneous equation, take uh, number basis, take ratio, percentage. That's why you have to be part of this class. I told you, I said something to the group chat. Last year, over 5,700 students were flagged. The case even ended up in the high court because of malpractices. A lot of people will be promising you because the exam is online. They say, come and do it in my place, come and do it here. The school has AI that detects whatsoever. Just move your eyes like this, it will detect you. Any background noise, it will detect you. Any alteration, it will detect you. Therefore, we focus now our energy on teaching the student. When we teach you, we go and write the exam. There's nothing in the exam. It's just 40 questions. Law will help you. Now let me quickly explain this. I said it's divided into what? 5:3. You get your length is 5, your B is 3. 3 parts, 5 parts. Now I'm not representing your part with X. You get now use your formula. Perimeter is what? 2 bracket L plus B, which is your 80 that we were given in the question. 80 centimeter, you get, which is your 2 bracket your 5s plus 3s. 5s plus 3s is 8s. 8s times 2 is 16. We have 16s is equal to 80. When you divide 80 by 16, you are going to get 5. Getting 5, you got your x. Your x is now 5. 5 times 3 is what? Is 15. Your breadth, which is your width. Breadth is the same thing as width. You get, is 15. If they ask for your length, it's 5 times 5, which is what? 25. All right. Let's go to the next question. I think it's on question. Uh, 47. Let me go to 95. Question 47, page 95. Okay. Are we there? They'll share it for some of us that doesn't have the past question, or our GPEP or OEU students. Please don't say because we are treating you like past question. Because you are OEU student, you won't be part of the class. This question can come. Let me even tell you. Let me tell you a secret. The same company that set question for UNILAG as the same company that set question for OAU. They are same question company that also set question for our UNILAG foundation. They call them today's solution. It's just that the nature of the exam differs. Last year, UNILAG Post-UM was online. OAU Post-UM was online. UNILAG foundation entrance was physical. You come to the school to write it, but it's still CBT questions. So when we come here to teach you, we have gone out the question bank, to be able to know what to channel. Now the question, let me do the question. The length of a rectangle is 3 times its width. If the perimeter is 7 centimeter, the width of the rectangle is what? We are still on rectangle. The length, they say the length is 3 times what? The width. That is mathematics. You use whatever you see as a statement, you express it with your mathematical function. Now, then I said the perimeter is what? Is 72. Is 72. Find the width. Now, we know that your perimeter is what? 2 brackets L plus width. Am I right? Now, we have your L to be 2 width. Anywhere you see L, you put your P is 72 equals to 2 bracket. Your L is the same thing as what? 3 width. You put 3 plus what? Do we get it? I can't hear you.
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you simplify. Your 72 equals to what? 2 bracket 3W plus 1W is what? Is 4W. Now, you open the bracket. 72 equals to what? 8W. Your W is what? 72 divided by 8, which is what? What's
9.
70? Eh?
9.
9. Is 9 there? Good. The our answer is C. Let me explain again. The question goes on that the length of the rectangle is 3 times the width, which I've expressed here. So I not take your time. Remember, you are reading the question. Express it mathematically. Your length is 3 times W, which is also the same size as your breadth. Your perimeter is 72. Now remember your formula for perimeter, which is P is equal to 2 bracket L plus W. Okay, so that's why it's good to visit the past question. What I taught you on Monday, see what we are facing today. It's just a background. You get, I've given the background. It's not left for you to go to your past question and begin to apply them. That is the beauty of mathematics. Now, 2P, you know the perimeter. Now, 72 equals what? 2. Instead of you to write your L, since you have expressed your L to be 3W, you put your 3W in place of what? Of your length. Now, plus your what? Your width. When you add this together, you get 4 times 8. 4 times 8. Do your equation. You're going to get your W to what? 9. Now, put your W to 9. What will not be your length? Somebody tell me.
From them, no?
What will be your length? Yeah.
Length is 27.
What's our length? Since we gotten the
27.
97, which is what? 8, 9 times. Uh, we got our bread to be our W. I mean, bread to be 9. You get, if you get your bread to be 9, you represent your width to be 9. You represent your width with W here, and you do your calculation. You should get something. You get. Hope you know how we get that. Or since your width is 9 and your head is 3W, just replace 9 with W here, and that will 3 times 9, which is what? 20 what? 27. You don't need to go through this process. Just times this. This mathematics, the expression say your length is 3 times the width, and you got your width to be 9. Put your 9 here times 3, you get your length. Mathematics, they do twist question. Now let's go to the next. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to give you a classwork. Okay. Although it's on, I think it's on in square. Remember, your square is almost the same thing as your what? As your rectangle. Just that square has how many sides? The all sides are what? They are equal. Do you get? Uh-huh. Therefore, the length of square is what? Is 4L because they are equal. They have the same length. Do you get? Uh-huh. You get? Unlike this one that they don't have the same length. The breadth is different from the length. Now, this question is going to be related to the perimeter of the length. On page 32, question 28. Page 32, question 28. Let me call the questions, although it's going to be, they will share the screen. Now, the question goes to us. Hope you are writing. The area of a square field is 132 meters square. Find the cost of fencing it round at 65 naira per meter. Again, the area of a square field is 132 meters square. Find the cost of fencing it round at 65 naira per meter. Do that quickly for just 1 minute. Let me give 1 minute. Are we doing it? I've screen shared it, or you can read it from your phone. Twenty seconds more. What do we get? What's the cost of fencing? Are we there? Somebody should talk now. I will end this class.
Yes.
Oh. What do you get? Oh, you are still on it?
Yes, sir.
Daniela, what do you get? What do you score? Okay, you message me. Daniela got 2,987. B, so I will donate your name by 2,987. Another person? Ademola Oni. Eight five 80. Ademola, I will donate your name by 8580. Another person? Alia, same 2,000. Okay. Alia got the same answer with Daniela. Okay. I need one guy to give me one answer before I solve it. Because guys are not participating in this class. I don't know. You are feeling too big. You have no mental in life. I'm waiting for one guy to save all. To save all the guys in the class. Our time is going. Oh, Elijah, are you there? I'm waiting for your answer. And Elijah Esther 8580. That is a female. If I'm right, I need. Igbayi, are you a male? Igbayi Lola to got 85. Okay, let's see who among us is right. Now we're giving from the question. We're giving the size of that field for 132 meter square. Now, what is the length? The area of a square is L square. Because we have to, the question, we have to be careful. They said the cost is 65 naira per meter, not per meter square. It's very, very tricky. So we must make sure that whatever we are solving must also be in meter. Now, we have our total area to be 132 meters square. We want to get the length of that thing. We have to square it. Square root of 132 meters square so that we can have it in meter. The length is going to give us 11.49 meter. So the length of that field is 11.49. Do you get? Now, what is now going to be the perimeter of that field? Because we must be able to know the perimeter of that field before we'll be able to know the costing. You get? That is to say, if this is the square, the length of it is what? 11.49, 11.49, 11.49, 11.49. That is the total distance. If you go around the field, what is going to be the length? It's going to be what? 4 times 11.49, which is what? Which is going to give us what? 45.96. Do we get it to this level?
Yes,
Are we
sir.
there? Yeah. Because I could see some of us are getting 2009, 87. Some are getting 8,580. By the time I solve this finish, we will know who is right. But just know that you were given in meter square the total, the area of that field. You must get the length of that, knowing the fact that the area I gave you, okay, I didn't give you the area for square. Area for square is just length square, L square. Perimeter is 4L because a square has the same size. It's just the difference between square and rectangle is just that all the sides of a square they are equal. Again, and they said the total, the area of that field is 132 meters square. You get, and the cost per meter is 65 naira per meter, not per meter square. If it were to be per meter square, you don't need to do all these things. What you just need to do is to times 132 times this. It will give you the cost. I think that's what some people did to get. You get, if they said 65 naira per meter square, but the questioner said 65 naira per meter, which is that for every meter in that fence, it's going to cost 65 naira. What will now be the total cost? It's going to be what? 45.96 times what? 65, which should give us 2,987 naira. That is the answer. Think Daniela was right. I think Leah was also right. And I think there's one other person. Yeah. So that is all we can do as far as rectangle is concerned. Okay. If you have any question, go to your past questions, solve more questions that are related to rectangle or uh, to square. Now today, although we have less than 8 minutes, but let me quickly introduce the topic. Okay. Are we done writing? Okay. Now, I told you after rectangle we have done in our measuration, we have done triangle. In diagonal, we have done square. Now we should move towards triangle. The typical triangle is like this. Here happen to be your what? Your base. Your B. Here happen to be your what? Our height. And what's the formula? Area of the rectangle is what? R base times what? Times your height. That's the basics. Again, so if you are given a rectangle of height 4 centimeter and the base is what? 2 centimeter. What will be the area? Please quick tell me. Don't need to type it. What is the area?
4 centimeter.
4 centimeter what? Square.
Square.
Please, don't forget. All right, good. If you are given area of 8 centimeter square and you are giving your base to be 4 centimeter, base to be 4 centimeter, find height. What will be your height? Your area is 8 centimeter.
4
It's,
4
centimeters.
centimeter.
yeah? It's good what?
4 centimeter.
4 centimeter. Your height is going to be 4 centimeter. Therefore, that is the about
4
triangle.
centimeter. 4 centimeter.
4 centimeter. God bless you. Now, quickly, we have types of triangle. We have right angle triangle. You get your right angle triangle is like this. It has a base that is what is 90. We'll still talk about isosceles. We'll talk about obtuse. You get. But for today, we have a right angle. This is your what? The longest side of your right angle triangle is what? It's called hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse.
This side is going to be what? The opposite. Or let's say this side. Any side can be opposite. This is the adjacent. And there's a formula that we use to get either of it. We can use Pythagoras theorem. You get maybe in a class on Friday. I don't know if we're going to have class on Friday because Friday is supposed to be a public holiday. We're going to I'll now give you some formula to solve if you want to look for hypotenuse and you're giving the opposite or the adjacent. You use what's called Pythagoras theorem, which is what your hypotenuse square equals to what opposite square plus adjacent square. Now, if you are now giving you are now giving one side and one angle, there's another formula we call so ka tua. Do you remember? Eh? Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
These are the basic things in right angle triangle. You are putting your Pythagoras theorem or your SOHCAHTOA, which is sine is equal to opposite over adjacent. We have cosine because we're adjacent over hypotenuse. Your tangent is opposite all over adjacent. So please, if you have any questions so far, let me know. Because if I should go deep, our time will be up. But I know we have learned something today. We're able to solve questions related to rectangle and square, and I've introduced triangle. We've learned right angle triangle. We've learned the area for triangle, which is our base side. I'll be able to name the size of a right angle triangle, which is your hypotenuse, your opposite, and your adjacent. And we're able to tell you that this is also another formula to get your sine. You know your sine, you know your cosine, and your tangent. To get your sine, or you are giving a sine, and you're not giving opposite. You're not giving hypotenuse. You will use this. You're told to look for hypotenuse. If you're giving a cosine and you're giving an adjacent, but you're asked to look for hypotenuse, you use this. If you're now giving an opposite, but it's on the tangent level, you use this to get your what? Your adjacent or your opposite. All right. When we see question related to this, I have them here, but I don't think we can solve it now. Therefore, please, let's take it a time. We will still do our test on Friday. Even if we're going to go to have class on Friday, we'll still do our test, and I'll make sure I put something related to this. Please study ahead. Time is no longer our side. The Lord help you and God bless you. See you all. Any questions before our time elapses? Any question?
No question.
God bless you. See you on Friday. All right.